Welcome as we wrap up chapter 3 of Colossians tonight in verse 25. The one doing wrong will receive what he did wrong, and there is no partiality. So, doing wrong is a dikio, and this comes from a, which is without when it's used as a prefix, and dk, which is right. Now, dk is related to diakos, diakosune. So those are the words for righteousness. So dike is sort of to act in a right way, and then diakos would be to then be judged and found right. And diakosune is to live in such a way, the way of righteousness, to live in such a way that reflects your righteousness. So if you look at commentaries, a lot of them are going to talk about servant master relationships with this verse. I don't really see that. I believe this word, I believe this sentence is, so there's a contrast here with the word but to the previous verse, which was talking about us knowing we're saved and being bound to Christ because of that, but then being treated like sons and receiving an inheritance. So we're now given a counter to that, which is the one doing wrong will receive what he did wrong, and there's no partiality. So this tells me that we've moved from talking about someone who's saved to likely talking about someone who is unsaved, and I think that fits the context. I also think it fits the word. This is more likely to be talking about someone who's not saved, so therefore they're not acting rightly, or they're acting wickedly, without rightness, I should say. And then receive. This is a interesting word. It at an initial appearance, it looks like it has lambano in it, which is to receive, but the root is different. It's spelled differently. And then if we look at some other dictionaries, they skip right to kamitsu, which is actually what um, how you would. This is the root that you see is kamitsu. So when you look in the actual word and house parts, you see kamitsu. And so really it means to bring forth. Um, maybe to bear. Um, and so in this instance, it's sort of you're bringing forth your own. So by doing wrong, you're bringing forth the wrong that you did um, upon yourself, or hence the receiving. Um, and then we have the wrong he did is a DK again. So you can see it's the same word that's used here. It's just the verb's parsed a little differently. Um, and there is not partiality, or in some verses would say with God. There's not partiality with God. And that's added in a context from verse 24, but it's not actually in that verse. Now, partiality, we have to go. There's actually several words that make this up. So we have prosopon, which is actually pros and optimize. So that is to see toward, and then lambano, receive. To see toward, receive. So what it's really talking about when you put all that together is that you are um, giving or receiving something based on how someone looks. Hence the no partiality here. So it has ook as our no here. So basically, what it's saying is that God does not look at. He doesn't care who you are. He doesn't care whether you're rich or poor or anything. Like all He's looking at is saved and unsaved, and there's no partiality outside of that. It's either it's two conditions. You're one of those conditions, saved or unsaved. So you're either righteous or not righteous, and that's what he looks at. That's what determines your inheritance.